Did you hear that, man?
I heard that. Where did it come from?
What the hell was it?
I don't know, but I'm scared.
Oh. The Hoser Hut lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. Welcome back to the Hops and Hosers special Halloween edition.
Halloween edition?
Yeah. Woo!
My little tassel's going there.
Yeah, we're getting right into the festive spirit here.
Apparently, we had a little bit of a fright earlier.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scare.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to kind of see how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, we thought there was, I don't know, an intruder or an animal or something. We didn't know what it was, a monster,
There's a noise.
a ghost. But luckily, it was just this little fella who wanted to come over to play.
What do you got there, Rob?
Well, okay, this is, I gotta switch my glasses. This is from Big Rig Brewery.
Ooh.
Tales from the Patch. It's a pumpkin porter.
Ooh.
Wow. So Big Rig Brewery, I'm not familiar with them. Where are they from? They're from Canada.
Canada.
Canada. Yeah, okay. I'm going with that. They're from Canada, Ontario.
Just to show you that mark my age here, I gotta lift up my eye patch to be able to read.
Gee, man. Let's be like someone getting an optometrist up in here.
Right? Any optometrists want to sponsor this show?
Yeah,
let us
right?
know.
Well, put your little logo down here
Yeah,
just for
somewhere.
part of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Tales from the Pumpkin Patch.
You're drinking anything.
It's a pumpkin porter. Why did I put those glasses back on, man?
Yeah, dude, you're gonna do all the reading tonight. I got one eyeball.
All right, so let's check out the description here. A cornucopia of spices and creamy milk sugar were added into this chocolate-hued porter to make it scary good.
Dang, dude.
Okay, it's like homemade pumpkin pie with whipped cream, but better because it's beer. Did we mention this crazy can glows in the dark? No, you didn't! What? Okay, turn the lights off and enjoy.
Let's do that now.
Okay.
Oh man, that was awesome.
That
was amazing.
It does glow in the dark.
I couldn't believe how well that glowed.
You know
Glowed,
what?
is that right? Is that the right verb?
I think it glue.
It glue?
Yeah.
It glued.
No, not glued, just glue.
Oh, it glued.
You don't say like it
glowed?
blued, you say it blew. Right?
Like the color?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Do we want to talk about the contender?
Let's do that.
All right.
What else we got here?
We have Great Lakes Brewery Pumpkin Ale.
Now they're out of Etobicoke, Ontario. So we have Canate and Etobicoke.
And what's it say on the backside? It says, please refrigerate, drink this beer fresh. Ooh, well, I'm not sure how that works.
It's pretty fresh, I
It's
guess.
canned.
It's fresh. It's like we bought it recently.
Yeah. All right, so what's it say here? Great Lakes Brewery Pumpkin Ale. Autumn? Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Autumn
okay.
falls.
Wait, no, I'm going to stop you because I'm sorry. Great Lakes Brewery. This is really hard to read.
Yeah. Okay, so
Well,
yes, eyesight. Yes, age group.
Yeah.
But what is this?
Just,
Now, mind you, I do dig the color combination.
I do.
And,
The color's
and I like
nice.
the front graphic. This is kind of cool. It has,
But,
kind of reminds you. It has a Charlie Brown Halloween, the Great Pumpkin kind of feel to it,
Yeah.
right? A little bit.
But if you look at like accessibility standards for packaging and stuff, I think that's
pretty
a big fail, man. All right, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
That's okay. Let's see. Autumn falls and paints the sky. The midnight hour is quite nearby. Oh, it gets poetry here. Oh.
Try to sound
gets poet.
Try to sound like
here.
Vincent Price. Do a Vincent Price voice. This will be good. If you can't do Vincent Price, then do like Bela Lugosi or something. Or Scooby. Do Scooby.
Oh, autumn falls and paints the sky. The midnight hour is quite nearby.
I don't think anyone understood that, Scoob.
I don't know. Scooby's got drunk.
Yeah. Oh
All right.
my God.
Autumn falls and paints the sky. The midnight hour is quite nearby. Creatures crawl in search of beer to quell and quench their every beer, and no elixir shall be found. Something unlike those around. Ingredients that ferment like the hounds of hell are found inside a pumpkin shell. A spiced aroma in the air, a smell that comes but once a year. And this vessel of ale that we create is closing in to seal your fate. And as it falls, that first sip, your palate starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist what the pumpkin ale shall deliver.
See, that was a bad Vincent Price, man.
That was bad.
Yours was non-existent. Mine was a bad. Who are we doing up first?
I'm torn. Because this one really doesn't tell me much, honestly, about what the flavor combo is.
But
Actually,
do you think maybe we need to do the thing?
Beaver Moose Canard?
Beaver Moose
Canard! Yes! Halloween edition!
Okay, yes.
Vive la mousse canard.
All right.
Beaver Moose Canard! Oh,
Bam! That's rare that someone goes out on the first round.
that's true.
All right, so I guess that means it's my pick, right?
Your pick, man.
I'm thinking maybe saving this one, the chocolate and the glow
You
in
know
the
what?
dark.
I'm glad you won because, honestly, he's read my mind. That's exactly
All right,
what I'm
man.
thinking about.
All right, so we're gonna sit you aside, little friend.
All right.
Cracking up the can. Cracking up the can. Gonna crack it. Cracking up the can. Gonna crack it. Cracking. Okay. You ready? All right.
Okay. Not a lot of action going on here once you pop the can.
I'm getting a nutmeg smell, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
I've got nothing yet. Maybe because you're right over top the can,
That
but
could
I have
be.
absolutely nothing going on here
Yeah,
with
I'm
the can.
smelling nutmeg
All right,
right off
I'm
the
going to put
bat.
this away because honestly that doesn't...
Oh,
unless
but when I get close, I smell beer.
Okay, you know what? Just bring it
Right?
in here. If I was right above the can like you were, I maybe would have got that, especially if I cracked it. I was
yeah.
going like this and drinking right out of the can. I might have been able to get it right away. But
Yeah, now get close.
oh yeah, there's
It's
a complete
gone.
beer
It
undertone.
just smells like beer.
Yeah, sort of.
You know, I put nutmeg in my coffee.
You were saying that, yeah.
A tiny little bit.
And
And
gives it that extra little bit of...
it's a little embarrassing, but you know where I came up with that tip? Gilmore Girls. Right? Because on that show, you know, they're like really into their coffee.
Okay. yeah.
And Luke, who owns the diner, I know way too much about the Gilmore Girls. Don't get me started.
Don't get him started on the Gilmore Girls. Oh no, what have you done?
No.
This guy and his TV segues.
Anyways, Luke, who owns the diner,
Okay.
they love his coffee. And I guess at some point he does finally tell them what makes his coffee so good.
Oh,
And he says, like, a pinch of nutmeg. I thought, oh, well, I'm
I'll give that a shot.
Give it a go.
all right. All right.
Whoa, okay.
Actually, I went a little fast. Ooh, it's really yellow. You can't see squat. 'Cause
I
you've got
can
a
just
lot of
see
head there.
foam.
But mine's really yellow. I see a fair bit of carbonation here
My God.
through my
Oh,
singular
yeah.
vision.
Even the bottom of mine, I'm getting a lot of carbonation.
Lots of effervescence in that bottom part. Lots of bubbles.
And
so
actually-
carbonation is got good action going on.
This
there.
is unfiltered. You got some floaties in there.
Yeah, just a little bit, eh?
I mean, we're not talking Sparkle Puff territory. It's nothing like that.
No,
But
no.
there is some
Yeah, a
in
little
there,
bit there.
you know?
A little bit there.
And mine, by contrast,
See,
is
I've got
very,
very little head on mine though, and I didn't do like a super slow pour.
mine
but,
is a
you know,
very
the-
different color, though.
My expectation is that the flavor notes in this one, the spices, are gonna be a series of subtleties that we'll need to look for.
I think
That's
so.
my expectation. But
Yeah.
it's just given the beer waft and then how light the nutmeg is.
Yeah, it's heavy on the yeast, for sure.
Yeah. I'm ready to dive in and we'll
Let's
see
give
what
her,
it
man.
tastes like.
Spooky.
Okay.
I'm not getting a whole lot.
You know what
this
I'm
is gonna be very
surprised by?
subtle.
You know what I'm surprised by though? I'm actually surprised by the body on this.
Yeah, it's much smoother
much
than I thought.
smoother
It really
and
is.
creamier.
Yeah.
Like there's a thickness there that I wasn't
There is.
expecting out of this ale.
I
It's
think
it's
they've managed to balance everything really nicely, and like everything just evens each other out. you
it
know?
actually has more of a flavor profile than I was expecting, considering the subtleties of the aroma that came out of the can.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, when I cracked it open, my expectations went down.
Yep.
And when I took a sip, they
came back up.
You know what this would go good with? And I realize this is not a meal, so don't
Not
bust
exactly
my
food.
ass.
Yeah, we're not doing actual
But
food pairing here, but
a freshly warmed up roll, like dinner roll with some butter on it.
you know, I was gonna say something bready. Would be nice. Yeah.
Like just one of those little tiny ones, and you put some butter on there,
Almost
warmed
like
up in the oven.
Yeah. Or even kind of like think about like a zucchini bread.
Yeah.
Right? I was gonna say
yeah.
I was gonna say like a banana bread. I don't know.
Banana bread with walnuts in it?
That would be a win. I think this would be a win for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a comfort food type beer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this out here, Rob.
All
This
right.
is one of those times where I think the lack of description on the can works in its favor.
In their favor.
Right? Because you
yeah.
wouldn't have too high of an expectations besides the pumpkin. And the pumpkin was there. The ale aspects here, it's a beautiful cream.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cream ale. And I don't know exactly in terms of the science. I don't want to quote the science behind other cream ales and what they're using specifically. So technically, this might not be a cream ale, but it has a certain body.
There's no
to it.
lactose or anything like that listed in the ingredients.
Right.
So, but you're absolutely right. It does have that cream ale
body.
vibe,
Yeah.
Yeah. Really smooth. Oh my God, man.
Yeah. I'm ready to rate it. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I'm gonna go for a 3.25.
I'm a solid 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And honestly, I bumped it that extra 25 because it surprised me.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Yeah.
And I could see myself easily. So, someone offered me this, but I'll crack it open. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have this again in a heartbeat.
I mean, in fact, I might even go out and buy a few more of these while they're still in the stores.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with these ones is they are limited runs, right? You can't find them other times of the year.
Yep. Hopefully, Great Lakes Brewery, if it is only a limited run for the season, please bring it back because I think it's a good product.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Teddy Ruxpin for a second.
Okay. Getting to a topic near and dear to my heart. I was a Teddy Ruxpin fan when I was a kid.
I'm waiting for you to go on a monkey spiel.
Don't get it started on Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin is a cool thing, though. The designer of Teddy Ruxpin actually used to work for Disney. Now, the cassette tapes are really kind of cool, for those of you who don't know what a cassette tape is. I always wondered if there's a way to hack that, right? I actually went ahead and bought a classic one for my kids. He's like, oh, you have one of these things? And puts his thumb through the eyeball. Fast forward a number of years, I actually found him and the companion piece, Grubby, and they get off on each other.
The best way to connect with someone is to plug your butts. Wow. Right?
You heard it here, folks.
That's why they're called wow.
World of woohoo.
Which spooky ingredient was commonly added to beer by brewers in the Middle Ages to protect against evil spirits? Garlic, pumpkin, henbane, eye of newt.
You know how, like, when you're trick-or-treating as a kid, there are some houses that are, like, legendary, right? It's like, you gotta go to that house because they give out, like, full-size chocolate bars.
Right.
And there's some houses that are like, don't go there, they're gonna give you toothpaste, right?
sometimes
Or
it's not even
dental floss.
Sometimes it's not even just about the stuff that they give. Sometimes it's not about the loot. Sometimes it's about what they do at the house too, right?
Yeah,
Because they
yep.
make effects or they
Some,
on.
yep. So, my favorite place when I was a kid,
Yep.
we lived not next door, but very close to an apartment building, right? We were in a house, there was an apartment building, and the people in this building had this annual tradition where all the tenants who wanted to participate would buy stuff, contribute, and when you went trick-or-treating at this building, you go in the lobby, one stop, you get a brown paper bag full of stuff from all the tenants.
Oh.
You'd go, trick or treat. You'd get a bag with like 8 chocolate bars, a bag of chips, 12 candies, like a can of pop.
So it's like your night's done in one
Yeah.
stop, right?
Yeah, and this was like 2 doors down from me. 2
Oh.
doors down. So what we would do is we'd start early. We would put on some costumes. We'd go to the apartment building. We'd get a bag full of stuff. Go home.
Yeah.
Switch costumes. Go back. Get another bag of goodies. I think the most we ever did was 3. But like, still.
You know what? In 15 minutes?
Yeah, man. And
Sit
I mean,
back and you can.
comparatively, that's almost next door. Comparatively, I could walk half an hour to get to the house that gave out comic books.
Some of the things that I used to love about Halloween was actually going, not just around our neighborhood. Our neighborhood was okay, but I loved going over to my grandmother's because my grandma was always a big homemade treats kind of a person when I was a kid. And that's something that doesn't happen as much anymore, right? So, she used to do up like the popcorn. She would have caramel corn. She'd do like the colored corn.
My mom used to do caramel corn too.
Let's fast forward now to us moving into this neighborhood. We moved into this neighborhood. We started taking the kids trick-or-treating. So we're walking around, come across this one house. There is a lady, and I don't know her name, so I'm not going to shut her out, but she makes homemade candy apples. And they are phenomenal, and it was just one of those things that I got so excited about bringing my kids to the door.
Yeah.
Because, this is not something you see every day, right? People don't want to either take the time or be bothered, or they're too frightened to do it. And this lady does her best to have it all labeled. And she's like, oh, if you don't want it, she's got regular treats too. But if you do take one, her name's on it. There's like a little tag.
See, that's great, man.
Every year, it's like the highlight of the day for my kids. They're like, oh, we have to hit up the Candy Apple House.
I'm done that, man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, nice beer. Excellent. Thank you, Great Lakes.
Yeah, it's a solid 3.125 collectively. So,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
good job,
Go
man.
out, check it out if you want to. Check out the beer on your own.
The answer is henbane, a hallucinogenic herb. It was sometimes added to medieval beers to ward off evil spirits and give an extra kick before hops became the standard.
Now to get spooky. That looked a little creepy, didn't it? Sorry about that.
Yeah, you might not want to center that lift on the can there.
Anyway.
Let's see here. It says this can glows in the dark at the top, right?
It sure
And
does.
It says that like repetitively.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 times around the top of the can here. Anyways, yeah, cool looking can. Pumpkin porter again. It's 473
You got these like zombie
milliliter.
hands reaching out of the ground.
I can't remember if you read off how much what the ABV is, but it's
No.
5.8 here. Ingredients here is let's see, water, barley, malt oats, hops, sugars, lactose, yeast, and spices.
So no actual pumpkin.
Says it contains barley oats. And
So
that's
this
it.
one contained pumpkin. Didn't taste super pumpkin-y. This one doesn't even contain pumpkin. We'll see how it plays out.
There's also
They might do like pumpkin spice, right?
I have an icon of a camera on my phone.
So
My phone fainted.
So Hosehead opens up his camera app, and what does he get?
Where did Dave's
That.
camera go? It's just
a
an
picture of a
icon.
camera.
Where did the camera go? Thanks for nothing, Samsung.
Really helpful.
Right?
Samsung.
Thanks.
Notice how my iPhone is actually taking a video, not just showing me a picture of a video camera.
Oh, go to hell. Thanks for recording. Ooh.
Oh.
Got some action going?
Yeah, that's got some froth to it.
Yep.
That
Any
looks
aroma hit
thick,
you?
man.
Hasn't hit
Without
me
leaning
from over
in,
here.
no. Nothing yet.
Yeah, nothing from over here either. So not like extremely.
Oh, actually, there. Yeah, okay. I'm actually getting chocolate more than anything.
Really? Ooh,
Look at that color.
that's a cool color. There's definitely that sort of chocolatey, caramely looking head.
It's got a cola-looking head, right?
Yeah.
Like the texture.
Well,
is
even
very
even
cola-like.
when you look at the pour itself here, coming out, it looks kind of cola-y.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm getting like chocolate
so-
cinnamon.
Yeah, I'm getting that dark coffee kind of
Yeah.
caramely.
But I
Little bit
think
of chocolate.
initially I said maybe nutmeg, but no, I'm getting, I think, cinnamon. And I'm just getting porter, man.
You know what's funny? You said porter, and that caramel color. Honestly, I'm getting a cola vibe. Weird though, right?
You know what? When you say that,
Like, right? There's a cola
it
vibe.
does kind of smell like Coke.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, it's one of those things, it's like an illusion, right? Where you see one thing happening one way, and as soon as you realize it the other way, you can't unsee it. I can't unsmell that cola now. Thanks
Right?
for that.
Some Halloween goo.
I'm going in. Doesn't taste like cola.
No.
It's got a real dark roast kind of vibe, man. It's dark.
Although, I don't know, I let it hit the sides of my tongue, and I was getting the cola still. It's there. It's not like
It is.
in your face, but it's like after all the smoky
Once you
robustness
get past,
gone.
if you get past that burnt,
Yeah, and you just let it
dark
there for a
roast.
second. The last thing you feel on your tongue is the cola-ish.
what strange beer,
It's bizarre that I'm saying cola, but I mean that's the flavor
man.
profile.
It's exactly bang on though.
I mean,
So what kind of spices do they use when they make cola?
I don't know. That's interesting.
You know, I
Find
mean,
out.
maybe that's the crossover is the spice blend.
Yeah. Maybe we can get a chance to talk to Big Rig Brewery here.
Yeah, I would love to,
And,
man, because I'm very curious about. This is a very interesting.
It's interesting.
beer, man. It's weird. I don't know what to make of it yet, but it's very interesting. Okay, you know what? No, they do say it's a pumpkin porter. I was gonna say they don't actually
yeah.
say it's pumpkin, but
They
they
say
do.
it's a pumpkin porter. But
I'm
maybe
not
that's
getting
because
any pumpkin, man.
yeah, I'm not getting any pumpkin at all. Pumpkin, no,
No.
not
If you
one
served this
bit.
to me at any time without me seeing the can, I wouldn't have any pumpkin Halloween vibe.
No, I would
anything
get.
like that,
There's
man.
a caramely note feels to it. There's that robust. I would
and
quote
the caramel links to the cola too.
Yeah. So I would say caramel, robust, somewhat spicy. Perhaps maybe there's a little bit of the same things that go into like a pumpkin pie. Maybe that's why they reference the pumpkin
Maybe
here.
in the spices.
In the
but I
spice
mean,
blend, all spice. I don't know what goes in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would go out of my way to get this again. If I saw it again, I don't know if I'd bother picking it up, you know?
Yeah.
I find it interesting as
Yeah.
an intellectual exercise.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I find it interesting.
Yeah, maybe you're right there in terms of maybe
it's
not
interesting
going to
and
pick one out,
complex, but
if
I'm
someone
not
served it to
sure-
me, I wouldn't reject it.
No, but I'm not sure I enjoy it enough to actually order it again, given any other choice that doesn't suck.
I find that there's a odd taste that has developed by the time I've hit here, but I'm not much farther than you.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, mine was odd from the get-go, man.
Mine
so
felt,
I don't know.
I don't know. I got a little bit of a tinny taste at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I haven't hit that. If it shows up, I'll let you know, but I'm not there.
Looks great, but as far as flavor, I don't know.
I'm right at the rate, man.
Yeah.
I've signaled it. I've locked it in with the judges.
I'm maybe at a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm a 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the more I drink it, the less I enjoy it, actually.
Yeah.
And that's really sad.
You know, I might drop it down to a 2.25. Only because by this point, there's something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's from here to here. There's something that's changed, and
Yeah.
it's
like-
obviously it's not in the glass. It has to do with the way it's working on your palate.
Yeah.
But
The interesting bits for me are falling away, and that
I'm
just
not
kind of-
getting the cola anymore.
No.
All I'm getting is
still
kind
getting
of burnt.
the blah burnt.
Yeah.
And the burnt isn't delicious anymore. It's just burnt.
No, there's nothing interesting past burnt,
No,
right? The
it's
cola is
just
what made
burnt.
it interesting before at the beginning, and now it's just burnt.
And like I love that's charred and
Yeah.
that's smoked
Yeah.
and whatever, but if it's just burnt,
yeah.
I'm really disappointed actually.
Yeah, it feels like you know those gums you get when you chew gum, and there's that flavor burst right at the very beginning. You're like,
Oh.
yeah, this is
And then
kind
you're
of cool.
just sucking on
and then 30 seconds later, you're like, oh,
The bazooka joke.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's a fast blast. If you're looking into a fast blast beer, and that's your thing,
If that's your thing, reevaluate your life choices. You know what I like? I like a drink where the first bit is good and then it just falls apart.
Now-
that's my jam. I'm dropping down to a 1.8 on this because the more I drink of it, the less I like it.
And you know what? It's funny. I'm not gonna go quite as low as you, but I was bringing it down because as I was sipping it more before I started opening this and opening it up, I was like, oh man, I rated it as a 2.5, and I dropped it again. I said, oh, it's gonna be 2.25. Yeah, I was actually coming down to about where you were beforehand. I think I'm gonna be good with that one as a 2.1.
Yeah.
Because I'm 2.1, and that is my bottom line. I'm not dropping any further.
I'm sorry. Where's the pumpkin?
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second here too.
Because, I mean, really,
I am
man.
not in pumpkin.
there's
no
no
pumpkin.
pumpkin in this at all.
No, not at all. And I'm gonna
That's
rip
a
you
joke,
apart on that
man.
one.
I am almost Sparkle Puff angry about that. You know?
The fact that you put Tales from the Patch, the pumpkin porter, yeah, absolutely.
That's a load of bung, man.
Yeah, no.
That's
no.
whack. Sorry.
Now,
that's whack.
You know, it started off strong-ish. Like, it started off, actually, I won't say strong. It didn't start off strong. It started off with potential.
Yes. Yes.
But unfortunately, as it sort of worked its way onto your palate, I think your taste buds just became too familiar with that initial spark.
Too overwhelmed with the burn.
Yeah. And there's just too much burn by the end that
Yeah.
it just became nothing but burnt.
Yeah.
I don't want to say burnt sadness because it wasn't horrible.
I love that. It's burnt sadness.
You know, and that's what Big Rig provided here. It's like, ooh, oh,
Yeah.
dang.
And I mean, this is an interesting episode because we've got two polar opposites, right? We've got Great Lakes, who initially, based on first impressions, was like, oh. Yeah, here we go, and delivered. Like,
Yeah.
really a strong beer. Yeah. And then you got Big Rig, first impressions like, cool, and then just like down.
Yeah,
Down,
yeah. It just
down,
left
down,
me
down.
wanting. I was gonna say wanting more, but not wanting. I don't want more of it. I wanted.
You want more in it.
In it, I
Yeah,
wanted it
yeah.
to actually live up to what it was promising in the beginning, and it really did. It didn't.
Not at all.
No.
All in
right.
all,
All in all.
Great Lakes, good job, man. That's
Yeah.
your solid beer.
Big Rig. You have
no.
potential, folks. Here's one thing. You hear our reviews. We always say this too. This is our opinion. Try it out, but here's what we've said
Yeah.
on of the two. This is the pick of the
Our
day.
comments will give you a sense of what you're in for. You might not agree with our taste,
No,
but
and-
you'll at least, I think, appreciate what is going on with the beer. Even though I didn't enjoy this, they obviously went for something.
yeah.
It was interesting. They did something different, and that's cool. It just didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
So
I
I
appreciate-
respect that, and I'm sure you have
I
some other
appreciate
good ones.
creativity.
You know,
I
do.
appreciate the try. You know what?
So-
You gave it a shot. So what? You failed. Hit another one. See what you come up with next. But
All right.
we'll see you next time on Coffee Man.
We tried some brews on this haunted eve. One was a trick, the other a treat. The pumpkin ale, it rose from the dead. A spooky surprise, better than we said. Then came the porter, dark and bold. Hints of cola and flavors untold. But as we drank, the taste did fade into burnt sadness, brewed in the shade. So here's the tricks, the two brews of drinks. For every sip that's hauntingly sweet. We're signing off till next we meet. Keep your brews spooky and your hose a hot neat.